really kind of think that comes around 10 million, right? Like if you're making $500,000 a year off of your assets, you could live fairly nice life, depending on where you live in the U.S. for $250,000 a year. And if you're not egotistical or gluttonous, and you're not looking to upgrade, a ton in your lifestyle, and go hog wild, then you can make that last a long time, and you can set your kids up for success too. So the other piece would be financial education. I don't know that you need to set up an LLC or set up trusts or do any of that just yet. Like you mentioned, that costs additional money that it doesn't justify the expense until you have the actual capital. But at that point, on the other side of it, consult with professionals, make sure that you have a good team around you, and then, like I said, educate yourself. I listen to YouTube every single day. I follow people that are much smarter than me in different regards, and try to just ingest a lot of information from them. And then what I do that I think is a little bit different than some other people is I don't just regurgitate it, but I put it into practice. I see that it's how it's actually being used. I go through the process with somebody to be able to set whatever it is up, ask a lot of questions, and then how that applies to digital assets and the nuances that exist there. And then I'm able to kind of curate my thesis around whatever it is, macroeconomics or estate planning or taxes. And I also look for ways that they may have not seen, right? So based on my other knowledge that I have about the tax code or estate planning, I'm like, well, what if we do it this way? And then they're like, I hadn't really thought about that. And then they'll run down that rabbit hole and see if there's any, issues with structuring it that way. So those would be, again, just my opinions, recommendations based on other people, smarter people than myself, and some of my own experience that I can provide.